Welcome to the Bourbon Life Podcast, your source for all things bourbon. Join your hosts, Mark and Matt, as they drink and review bourbons, share news about upcoming events, interview the who's who in the bourbon world, and, most importantly, bring you along for the fun of living the bourbon life. Now, here's your hosts, Mark and Matt.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Bourbon Life. I'm your host, Mark, and with me here tonight, as you can hear or tell or see, it's the Bourbon Life crew. We've got the whole crew here tonight. This is a celebration. We've got Philip.
Hey.
What's up?
Wait for this train to go off the tracks.
It's already started.
It's starting to
started on the train.
You know what? I saw a video that perfectly describes this podcast. It was some lady was filming. She was on a train going by the Swiss Alps, and there was an avalanche.
I seen that.
And it hit the fucking train.
And her kid's like, uh-oh.
Oops.
That's this podcast.
Yeah.
So, Matt, how are you?
Matt's here.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Matt.
This is a Monday.
It is a Monday.
For us. We haven't recorded on a Monday in a good bit.
That's right. Yeah, my schedule was kind of screwed up. Of course,
That's usually my fault.
hurting you guys,
Yeah.
Philip especially. Yeah, but we'll give him a break on that. We got Stacy here.
Hello, brother.
What is up? Sporting your Cincinnati. I don't think people see that now. The Cincinnati Bengal. Yeah, this is our year.
Yeah, sure.
We got Joe Burrow's not going to get hurt. Yeah,
Don't say that.
knock on wood. And we got Chad. What's up, Chad?
What's going on? I'm here.
Chad. We know you're here. Yeah, adding the pregame entertainment and fun. So we start the show in mid-laugh because nobody else shut up long enough.
That's not true.
Hey, but it's fun because
Hey, bright laughs. I brought them.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
bright laughs.
Bright laughs,
I mean, we've
yeah.
all had kind of. Well, I don't know how your day was, but
I was pretty good. Yeah, I was home all day.
Yeah, fuck you.
oh yeah,
Yeah, well, everyone except for
yeah.
Philip had a manic Monday.
Our consistent.
No, my day
our-
starts tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. I think everybody just had one of those days. So it was like, yeah, we'll be okay. Come downstairs, and here we are. Everybody's doing good. Once you get downstairs and get a drink poured, right? Speaking of drinks, I do have to thank all of our sponsors. Thank you, sponsors. Speaking of drinks, Matt.
Yeah. Hey, I brought something this time.
Matt's going to run the show tonight.
I don't know about that. Let's hope not, at
Might
least.
not be a bad idea.
Yeah, because Mark's going to be asleep in 10 minutes.
Night night.
Good night.
Yeah. Bright dreams.
Thank you. And laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I brought a bottle of 10 Runner bourbon whiskey. 10 Runner is a brand created by NASCAR driver Ryan Blaney.
Oh.
It's a family legacy of NASCAR or racing drivers in the Blaney family. And the tribute 10 Runner, they were always the number 10 cars. And so this is a tribute to the bootleggers back in the day that were running that hooch all over town. So label's got a nice kind of old-timey race car on there.
Yeah.
Throwback label to that. This is a Kentucky straight product, 103 proof. And I have to say this bottle was sent to me to do some reviews on it, so I'm happy to share it with all of you all.
Wow. Awesome.
Thank you.
Wait,
Thanks.
how'd that happen, Matt? It didn't deliver to the Bourbon Life Studios.
We know who the real master of bourbon is.
Everybody listens to the podcast and they're like, we don't want that dude tasting it. We want the other dude
Have
tasting
you
it, right?
his sleeper account on Instagram?
Is that what it is? It's
popping
the,
off.
the hidden private account?
Yeah, you're blocked.
Check my other private account.
Yeah.
Send me bottles to
He's
this
got to make
address.
some money somewhere.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
called
man.
This
cork.
podcast is not doing it anymore.
No, it happens, Matt. But hey, you started your new job today, so stop complaining. man. So
Remind me.
You're calling Feet Finder a new job?
that's on the Instagram private link.
Well, let me introduce you to tonguefinder.com.
Oh,
That'd be a
Lord.
second
Anyway, Matt, what you got the 10 Runner here. Has anybody even smelled it yet? Matt, have you? The bottle was already cracked, so you.
The bottle was already cracked, yes.
Yeah, so you have sampled.
I have.
Did you give your tasting notes professionally as to what you got?
Did. I gave a nice little roundup to the people that sent it to me.
Great.
They asked for my opinion on it, so I'll be curious to see what you all think.
Well, I mean, since you've already done it, why don't you tell us what your nose was?
It's definitely not a nose of a neck pour.
Yeah.
No,
It's been sitting open for a little bit. So the nose on this, it's crisp. I get like a nice crisp, honey crisp apple. There's those caramels, vanillas on there, but it's not a big, thick, heavy nose. There's like a little bit of graham cracker or almost like a caraway spice with it as well. But it's not cherry. It's not heavy oak. It's not heavy tobacco. I was not told a mash bill or an age on it. It is 103 proof.
Okay.
So 51.5% ABV.
There's no age statement on it. So
No age statement.
It's at
on it,
least
no.
4.
So at least 4 years.
Correct.
Right. So we know that.
Correct. It is, and it is a Kentucky product.
Okay.
So again, it's not a super heavy, super thick nose to it. I think it's got a lot of good flavor to it. It's crisp. It's in the best way of saying it's light, without saying it lacks flavor. Like it just has
that
a
makes
good a nice refreshing nose to it with a lot of the great aromas that I really come to like in a bourbon.
Philip, what about you?
I think Matt nailed it. The caramel and the apple, that's the most, up front. That's all I'm getting is caramel apple.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's dessert like. It's light, but dessert like that.
I feel like
with
with
apple with
it
it.
being from the racing, the bootlegger.
Yeah.
I feel like the nose definitely is going to hit that market that they're looking for.
Yeah, I get the number 2 pencil on this one, just to say,
Really?
throwing that out there. I do. I actually do.
Not a number 1.
Not a number 1.
Or an
number 2,
H1?
a number 2 yellow Ticonderoga.
Is there actually a number 1 pencil?
Not that I've never seen one.
There in like art, there is
Probably in
H1,
art, right?
H2, T1s and that kind of stuff.
So-
yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah. Anyway, Stacy.
I'm going to fourth, whatever. I'm going to agree with what everyone said. It has a nice dessert nose on it, but it's not like a caramelized, like dark brown sugar. It's very light and refreshing. I also got a little bit of like herbal note on it, like maybe like a green tea
Okay.
coming across for me.
Chad, what about you, man?
Yeah, I have to kind of echo. I mean, I think Matt said it best. The
That didn't sound good from upstairs, did it?
no,
Anyway,
let's just ignore it and keep going.
we'll just keep going. You guys didn't hear that, so don't worry about it.
For me, like I got a lot like apple pie, like Matt called out. Graham cracker. I get a lot of cinnamon sugar. Some like dark honey. Stacy called out the florality, a little bit of that green tea. I think that kind of sums it up. It's not a super complex nose, but it's a very inviting and enjoying nose. So there's not a ton of wild things going on, but I think it smells great.
See, now it's funny because I can't get the apple. Like that's all I'm smelling. Like, but I got the caramel like you were talking about, and now it's just like I'm sniffing a Angry Orchard cider,
It smells like some Mott's.
but with high proof behind it, and a few other notes, obviously. But
Yeah.
that apple
It's a
does.
really nice nose.
That apple does come through for sure. We'll talk about the palate and the finish here shortly. So, guys, news. What's going on in the world of the news? Four Roses, we can talk about that, right? Four Roses just got purchased.
Yeah.
Yep.
The largest purchase of a distillery, I think, in the United States.
Was it?
I believe, yeah.
775?
Yeah.
775 million, right?
Yeah.
It was by a California winery, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Gallo.
E&J Gallo.
E&J
Yeah.
Gallo. So interesting, right?
Well, they're getting out of the wine business. They're going into they're putting all their focus in spirits.
Interesting.
So they are
Interesting.
getting completely out of the wine business.
Really?
As far as I know, they're selling. I think that's what I've heard. That's what I heard was they're completely selling off their wine portfolio. I'm sure they'll keep some. I mean, most of their stuff that they make that people know about is like loss leaders. It's just shit that It's like, these grapes are a day old. We're just gonna.
Dude, I
Well,
tell
that's
you,
what I always thought. Like Gallo
wine
was like,
got me, messed up a couple nights in college.
Yeah,
And
I always
it
thought
was
they were
not-
kind of
Oh,
like
it's that old.
like a bottom shelf, like cheaper wine. Not necessarily that it tastes bad.
I
but
think that's why. I mean, they took over High Noon. So I mean, High Noon.
Okay.
They've
I
had
didn't
High
know
Noon for a
that.
couple of years now.
Okay.
They're just making buku fucking money. On High Noon,
So they're not just diversifying, but they're divesting the wine
What if
portion
you
of
can
it.
get a High Noon at your next Four Roses?
that'd be great.
So Kieran decided to sell them off, I guess, not just because my understanding was it wasn't like the outlook on the market, but it was just that they are divesting themselves of brands and things as well. And that was just one of the ones that they saw the opportunity to get out of, right?
Yeah, I mean, what most people don't realize is like Four Roses was like 0.0000002%.
I was just getting ready to ask who else did they?
Did Kieran? I don't.
They didn't own anything else.
They
That
own
was-
beer, right?
They did, yeah,
And
beer. Well,
Kieran
they're in the pharmaceutical world, and
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
so
okay.
the yeast and shit for beer comes natural from their pharmaceutical line. But yeah,
Gotcha. Did
Four
not know
Roses
that.
was kind of just like a blip.
blip?
for them.
Well, and like Four Roses has the name like the big boys, but really they've never been like a like a Buffalo Trace or a Jim
Right,
Beam, or
right.
they've never been something big because I mean, for how long they didn't even distribute in the United States.
I know
they
they
come
were
back
in
till the-
Japan,
So,
right?
yeah.
92. Was it 92?
No, it was like the early 2000s.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. I didn't realize that.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so for a
'cause-
long time they weren't even on the shelves here. So it's never been like it's a known name, but it's never been a big brand.
Yeah, but
The shelf
Seagram's never did them
yeah.
any favors either.
No, not at all. Do you know how long did Kieran own them?
They bought them from Seagram's and brought it back to the States, and
So they
Yeah.
okay. So it has been a while. Okay,
over 20 years.
Okay, I was wondering. I thought they did, but I wasn't sure about that. But Brent Elliott did a thing over at the, where was it? The horse track over in Churchill Downs. They had a bourbon thing over there Sunday night, Saturday night, or something. I didn't go, but from what I understand, I mean, he made it sound like everybody's kind of excited about it and ready to. I think part of it was just because it was up for sale for a while and there was so much uncertainty around it, and I think it was part of it was the fact that we now know where we're headed and we
Right.
got a buyer and somebody actually bought it.
Well, the asking price wasn't cheap. I mean,
It was a
$775
when
million.
you're spending the most ever on a distillery.
Yeah.
it's- I
Guys,
mean,
we could have all gone.
Yeah, we could have chipped in. I got a couple
Yeah.
pocket lengths
No big
here
deal.
that I could have.
I got a paper
thrown in.
clip.
Yeah, so I just wonder from a production standpoint. Obviously those are the questions. Will anything change? Will from what I understand, Gallo has quite a distribution network set up that they're going to be able to tap into for this. So it could be an opportunity for Four Roses to actually find other distribution that they haven't otherwise had.
I mean, Gallo said they want things to maintain normalcy there, so they don't want to go in and just flip the script on them. So,
Well, that's good because I love that small batch limited edition, which I did not get this year. Chad,
I mean, hey, I bought mine.
yeah, Matt, you're a big Four Roses fan, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. And it just makes me curious. We've talked about a few different things, maybe an increase in their distribution. I just hope the brand doesn't become watered down.
Well, I think people already forgot that they announced, was it
2 new recipes, right?
Yeah, which makes 20 mash bills, or 20, no, 10 new mash bills, so 20 total recipes.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they announced
So two new mash bills
two different-
Yeah.
and new yeast. Or
No, the same yeast. But
Same
yeah,
yeast.
Chad, they're now like a super high rye, like a 44% or something like
Yeah.
that. Or a 40%.
Okay.
High rye bourbon, and also was it a super low?
super low.
17%.
I can't remember. Yeah, it was like, I think it was 17% or 18, but
Okay.
so now they'll have 20 mash bills.
Yeah.
Or recipes, rather.
Interesting.
I mean, that seems like a huge increase in cost, but at the same time, it gives you a huge, a bigger profile of stuff you can release. So.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think they announced it, last year, correct?
It's last year, the year before, I can't remember.
Yeah, which makes me think that they probably had some aging under roof
Yeah.
for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To at least.
To at least
No,
announce it,
yeah,
so you're
yeah.
not waiting 7 years or 6
I was
years.
just
To,
going to
Yeah, like,
say,
what's the
that's
point?
kind of
It's like,
shitty that you got to wait that long.
Yeah,
But
announce it, let everybody forget.
yeah.
and-
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even know. I mean, I didn't know that. I don't.
Yeah,
know.
it was over a year ago, year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Because
So now with them being bought by Gallo, could we see like a finished Four Roses product? Now if they have access to different barrels or a parent company that might want to see.
I don't know
some
if I'd
of
want a bourbon that
influence
was
product.
finished in Gallo barrels. No offense to Gallo.
I mean,
wine,
is
but-
Gallo using barrels? That's
I don't-
first off.
Well, and the thing is, too, like, even if it's cheap wine,
Yeah.
the flavors could transfer over to where it would
Well, that's-
actually be.
that's true.
Mark, you're
and
just a wine finish hater.
Well, Gallo also owns a Who's in Somerset Horse Soldier.
They do.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Matt. I mean,
think-
Chad, you're Matt. Whoever you are.
And they're building a huge facility. It's
Yeah.
supposed to open, like, somewhere around July, like the
I was gonna say this
250th
summer.
anniversary.
Where at?
outside of like by Lake Cumberland, outside of
somewhere.
Somerset.
Are they in
somewhere.
Somerset?
I think they're just outside of Somerset.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, they had a huge ass tax break to go there.
Yeah.
They've been working on this for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Because they were in Florida, right? Is
Yeah.
that- they
and
started
I
in
think the
Florida.
whole goal was to open the distillery right before the 250th, America anniversary.
I gotcha. Which would make sense. But yeah, they have a restaurant open now in, is it Somerset? Yeah, it's Somerset. I think they actually have a restaurant in the little downtown court area. I think it has a little bar with it as well. So
I haven't been to Somerset in years.
Well, my work takes me to some fascinating and interesting places.
He's
Stacey.
going to Eastern Kentucky tomorrow, guys.
Did I mention? Do you guys know I was in Eastern Kentucky? So
Hey, Somerset had the General Lee jump the fountain here.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Like 6
I
months
forgot
ago.
about that.
that's
They had
important
like
news.
30,000 people show up.
That was insane. I saw the videos.
Every
and I'm
redneck
like,
stream right there.
you know it. I mean, it was crazy. Jumped over the blue water fountain,
Yeah.
man. It was. something
Actually,
else.
that would be pretty cool to see. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
lie.
It was pretty cool.
Except it wasn't actually a Charger.
Oh, it wasn't.
No, those guys.
It was a Prius.
Those guys take. I don't know if it was a Prius, but it was like a Pontiac or something. Those
Was it
guys
really? And they just
take cars and modify them to
Oh,
look like
okay.
General Lee. Yeah,
That's
because the actual Chargers are so hard to find.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And they're crashing them and wrecking them
yeah.
because that one hit pretty hard. I'm
Oh,
sure
hell
that-
yeah, it
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
I'm sure that.
And the cameraman almost died.
I saw that the cameraman almost died on that. So
It was actually just a demolition derby car. He just painted up like the General Lee.
Fun fact: there's an original General Lee in Frankfurt.
is it really?
Yeah, it sits behind the house.
I was gonna say it's Phillips.
No, it's not.
It sits behind
No,
the
so
damn house.
I actually went to that property, and the guy said, I said, "Are you ever going to sell that?" And he said, "No, because I couldn't fathom if somebody bought it for me and they fixed it up and was driving it, and it wasn't me driving it."
Wow.
So it's literally been sitting there for 25 years.
And what's the address on that for all of our listeners out there?
Yeah, this guy's gonna go missing.
And breaking news.
No, we'll
Yeah.
hear Philip
It's
pull
not
up
hard to
outside
find.
and we're
Come
like,
to
what?
Frankfurt and ask where's the
Ask
General
where's
Lee.
the
Somebody
General
will tell
Lee.
you where
Somebody's
it's
going
at.
to tell you where it's at.
Yeah, somebody will tell you where it's at.
This guy's probably got his front and back door unlocked too.
So, Matt, you were saying a few things before we really went off the script again there. You're talking about your thoughts on that. Sorry.
I wonder where if this is going to change at all. Four Roses' positioning in the market could, if they and Chad, you saying they own Horse Soldier, that makes me wonder: will Four Roses become a premium brand? Will it become more of a shelf stable? Like, how will it fit in? Will they not even change its positioning at all? I'm curious. I hope it doesn't become a product that's like mass produced and pumped out everywhere, because I feel like I love Four Roses because it's available, but it still feels like craft.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's not a huge, massively produced bourbon.
Yeah.
I feel like everything they do is done well, done with intentionality. There are different.
There's care taken with everything they do. Yeah.
For the small category that it fits in, they don't have a rye whiskey. They don't have like an American whiskey. It's all just bourbon whiskey with 2 mash bills, a bunch of different yeast strains, of course, which we all love for it. But I'm curious to see what happens if the character of it changes. I hope it doesn't, because I really like it for that kind of that feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and
you get
then
at
my
Four
thinking was, is it going to be a publicly traded company now, or is it going to be like a Sazerac that's still privately owned? Because there's a big, if you got shareholders, they're going to start making changes. If it's
I don't think
private,
Gallows
then
Pub.
I don't know if they're public or
yeah,
not.
I don't know either. That's
a
what I
good
was.
question.
That's what I was
So-
curious about.
But to Matt's point on the finishing, though, I do think we will see Four Roses finishing. But I don't think it'll be like wine barrel finishing. I think it'll be wood type finishing.
Interesting.
Interesting. Speaking of finishing and anything else, let's talk about the palate and the finish. Chad, I'll let you start this one, man.
For me, to get a nice little, we don't know if it's a rye or wheat bourbon, but I get a little rye punch up front, like nice cinnamon bark, honey, a little bit of graham cracker, and then there's almost like this cereal grain note, kind of like a wheat Chex Mix. I know I just said it doesn't have a wheat kick or a wheat profile, but kind of like a Chex Mix, very light, soft. Finish kind of dies away for me pretty quick. But overall, at 103 proof, it's one of those where I could sit and pour this and have 2 or 3 pours of it just like throughout the evening. It's a good drinking bourbon.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's meant to be.
Yeah. Philip, what about you?
No, I agree. I feel like the recipes or the mash bill's probably a little higher in the rye.
Yeah.
'Cause I do get the grassy notes, a little bit of that spice, but no, it's definitely really good. I would, if I saw it on the shelf, I would buy it.
Yeah. Stacy?
Yeah, I really like the palate on this. I'm not getting as much as like the apple come across on
I was
the
gonna
on
ask.
the
Yeah,
palate
that
versus,
kinda goes
versus
away.
the nose.
Nose to palate.
But I do really like the little bit of rye spice that's coming across, because you're getting some of the quintessential like baking spices there. But I'm gonna agree with Chad. I got some cereal notes on it as well. It reminded me almost of like you can get like honey trail mix. I don't know, like honey coated trail mix.
granola.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
that's kind of notes I'm picking up on it. But this is really good. Do you know how much that runs for a bottle?
I would have to double check. I'm not sure.
I
offhand.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, what about you? Anything else on palate and finish?
So when I first tasted this, the first time when I was tasting it for a review, I thought it might have been a weeded mash bill.
Okay.
Something about it, like right at the front of the palate, kind of comes through with sort of a bready, kind of like sharp, crisp, weeded note. And so at first I wondered if it was a weeded mash bill. I don't believe it is. But I get some of those reminiscent flavors that I sometimes would pick up on a weeder. To me, the apple does come through on the palate. I get apple turnover, like apple, like a fried apple crisp or a fried apple turnover, maybe like a little brown sugar granola note with it as well. There's an inherent sweetness and a little bit of a long, like a spicier finish. It's not super long on the tongue, not super long on the finish. But I think just to echo what seems to be the theme here, it's good drinking bourbon. It tastes good. It's got nice flavors to it. It's got a good palate, good nose, good finish. Nothing off-putting or unsavory about it. It just drinks really well.
Yeah. I'm just curious because obviously it's sourced. I wonder, it's Kentucky bourbon. Anybody have any thoughts on what or where it may have come from?
First off, $75.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on their website now. I was going to say, these notes seem familiar because Matt did them.
And it says limited release, so I'm curious if this is even on the shelf or if you have to buy it.
Oh, I don't know.
solely
That's
from.
a good question.
When it was sent to me, they didn't even have a website yet. And now that they have a website, I think it is available.
Okay.
Especially if they've got pricing on the website.
I have a guess of the mash bill. I don't know this for sure. I'm going to guess it's, I think it is a higher rye, 21%. I'm going to guess 70, 21.9.
Okay.
A little bit higher in that malt.
That probably sounds about right.
To give it some of that florality and that cereal
Cereal
grainness.
grain.
Now, I'm not going to specify like, hey, which distillery I'm assuming that is. It has some of those similar notes that I get from the product that's generally 70, 21.9.
Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, nothing else stands out on the palate for me. I do agree. I mean, the finish does fall off a little bit, but still, for 103 proof, I like the rye spice. I like that kick it gives up front.
Super easy to drink too.
Yeah, it is. It's not going to blow you up by any means at 103 proof. But yeah,
Definitely a good summer bourbon.
Yeah.
yeah, I like it.
Ooh, yeah, this
for sure. And
This
I think
on
it
a
would
rock.
it would stand up in a cocktail too, though, right?
I was gonna say, like-
that spice. I think it would punch through enough because it was sweet on the palate or on the nose. There's that sweetness on the palate, but not as much as I got on the nose. I think that was kind of a surprise for me, is going from nose to palate, because I was that apple, that caramel. I'm thinking, ooh, caramel apple, and then you take a drink, it's like, ooh, there's some rye spice.
Now think about that in a highball. That's what I was trying. I couldn't
Yeah,
remember
there
the
you go.
cocktail. I was
Yeah.
like,
That
but
would
yeah,
be really
that in a
good.
highball would be great.
I agree.
To me, it's like you get the nose of like what you would go to like Gatlinburg when they tell you, oh, this moonshine is this.
Yes, right.
And then you get the actual bourbon on the palate.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a good mixture. So
Yeah.
that's why I was saying, like, I think it fits into kind of the idea of what they were going for with the backwoods moonshiner kind of. I think it's gonna.
Yeah.
It would do really well in that market.
Well, Matt, there you go, man.
All right.
You rolled the dice and brought it, and it was a hit, man.
That's really good.
Good to hear.
So congratulations to Tin Runner too, because
Yeah.
this is a hard crowd to make happy with.
Yeah, we said some pretty bad shit
we
about
have said some bad stuff. I mean, it gets out there. You let them know the truth, right? So that's what we're here to do. But thanks for bringing that, Matt. That was really good. Well, guys, we're at the end of round one. Let's take a quick break, get our word from our sponsor. What?
You're going to get wood from your sponsor?
Gonna get a word from our sponsors. We'll be back with more maybe with the Bourbon Life crew, maybe minus Stacy,
Sponsored by OnlyFans.
in just a minute.
Tonguefinder.com.
So here's the thing about District 7 Social Hall. It's not just a bar, and it's definitely not just a game spot. It's one of those places you go with friends and end up staying way longer than planned. It's located in Lexington's Distillery District, just steps from the Bourbon Trail, and it's built for fun. They've got duck pin bowling, games, and a self-serve beer wall, so you can pour exactly what you want when you want it. The bar program is legit. There's a fantastic bourbon selection, great cocktails, and plenty for people who just want to hang out and sip something good. And parking? Free parking, which honestly matters more than people admit. But here's where it gets really cool. Hidden inside District 7 is Book Club, a secret wine room you'd never expect. It's quieter, moodier, and feels like a speakeasy for people who actually love wine and bourbon. Inside Book Club, They've got hard-to-find bourbons tucked away, along with a curated wine list, making it one of those if you know spots. So whether someone's coming off the bourbon trail, meeting friends for a night out, or just looking for a place that doesn't feel like cookie cutter, District 7 hits that sweet spot. Fun, social, a little unexpected, and easy to get to. Be seen, be social. District 7. All right, everybody, welcome back for round 2 of the Bourbon Life Podcast. Man, I'm so glad we stopped recording during our breaks. Goodness gracious. Anyhow,
The world is too.
we are all here in the basement, the Bourbon Life Studios, around the flights of the rectangular table. We've got everybody here in the crew tonight. We have Chad.
Yo.
We have Stacy.
Who told you my government?
Sounds like a country song.
Hey.
I've been working on a little something. Anyway, what's up,
I
Stacy?
used to play the banjo. So
I know you did.
we
Banjo
get a track
girl.
going on.
Used to. I thought you still did.
Yeah, I don't really.
She does, but she used
I'm
to too.
She switched to flute.
not- I did not.
Philip?
Oh, don't come to me after that comment. I'm here.
Matt, how are you, man?
Mark, I'm great. And yourself?
I'm living the dream here. Got my friends here with me. Got some good pours. Well, so far, good pours.
Oh, I thought you meant so far friends.
It could go
So
downhill.
so
It
far,
could
good
be
friends.
good.
Good, yeah,
Yeah.
could go downhill
For now.
pretty quickly.
Mark,
Depending.
how are you this evening?
I've got happy sun. What is it? Sunshine giggles. Whatever it's called.
Bright.
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 Bright laughter.
Bright laughter. Same thing.
Yeah.
Bright laughter.
Oh, that's
sunshine giggles.
Mark's drinking that Rhine guy. But that's what's going on. I know.
Yeah.
I saw it in the refrigerator. And okay, now I know what's
No,
going
I don't
on.
have it down here.
This
No, that's
gluten-free
just-
bitch over here.
I brought them actually.
Stacy may have brought them. I may have
Hey, they
decided
are good.
to
I like
sample one of those. It was good.
They are good.
Yeah, I mean, I like the cornbread, the blueberry, but that was it blood orange?
It was blood orange
passion?
tangerine.
Yeah, that was
Good.
That was pretty tasty stuff. Anyway, we got the whole crew here. We're having a good time.
We are.
Yeah, thank you to all of our sponsors. Got to say that as well. We got something else that Chad brought to drink.
We
tonight.
do.
Bump, bump, bump. Stacy will lovingly display that bottle for you. Tell us about it, Chad.
Yeah, so this is Willet Family Estate Small Batch, 125 barrel entry proof, and it came out at 125 proof. It is a blend of, it's two different mash bills. 30% of the mash bill is 72 corn, 13 rye, 15 barley. And then the 70% is 52 corn, 38 rye, 10 barley. Both of those went in the barrel at 125 entry. Both of them came out same. So, yeah, that's good on Willet. They've had the small batch rye for several years now. Started out like a 3-year. Now it's 4-year. It's on shelf for about $70. The bourbon, $60. Got out Liquor Barn a while back.
Yeah.
Oh, 60
Oh,
bucks.
purple
Huh?
Yeah.
top, $60.
Well, it's 4-year-old. So I mean, it's their. I think at some point it will just be like on the shelf. I mean, it's cash strength version of just like two of their products blended together, essentially.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Anytime I see a purple top, they're like $400. So that's,
Well, they're also like 8+ years.
Yeah.
There's-
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
one at Liquor Barn right now. I think still for like $800. So
yeah.
Yeah, so this is their response to their budget-friendly rye.
Yes.
The small batch
green- the green,
foil
yeah, the green
rye
top
that we've been
one.
seeing on
Okay.
the shelf
Yeah.
forever for the last 7 years or so at $50 on up now. So this is a bourbon
Yeah.
to counterbalance that.
So this is an intro to Willet at a reasonable and
I was
affordable
gonna say,
price.
it's a pretty good price.
Yeah, I mean, there's other Willet products out there.
That's
you know.
not their pot still.
Yeah.
Well, so their pot still is actually a doubler. They distill on the column, and they use a pot still as a doubler.
I'm talking about the
Oh, the bourbon.
The bourbon that's in the,
Yeah.
in the cute bottle. That
No, that's their weeded bourbon.
that is not a good selection.
But I mean,
in
they've-
my personal opinion, I'm not a fan of it. But
We got Johnny Drum, Rounds Creek,
Noah's Mill.
Noah's Mill,
Yeah.
Kentucky.
yeah,
They have several
Something
products.
could-
Yeah.
But I was just talking about the Willet bottles, the Willet labeled, not the
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah, they got a cool looking bottle. on
Yeah,
there.
they definitely have a cool bottle. There's no question.
I like the little minis. I think those are
Yeah.
really cute.
Yeah, very cool. So who's knows the?
I have not.
Philip.
Caramel.
Caramel. I like that.
It is very, very caramel.
Yeah. Matt, what about you, man?
I gotta agree. Caramel, cinnamon. So in comparison to the 10 runner that we had in the first round, this is definitely more astringent, a little hotter on the nose. I think it doesn't have any of those fruitier notes. This to me is like Just a little thicker, a little higher in proof for sure. More of the caramel, more of the vanilla, more cinnamon, a little bit of corn rounding that out, but more of kind of traditional bourbon notes.
Right.
I would say on the nose.
That makes sense. Stacy
Stacy says that this has got a lot of dark, thick, viscous notes to it. Is what I'm getting on the nose there.
You
That's
can
a big-
definitely
big
tell
word.
it's high proof.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Chad, what about you, man?
I agree with everyone else. I get a little bit of clove, like butter toast, cinnamon, very baking spice heavy. I get a lot of like fall scents out of the nose.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. That dark, I get like a darker sugar nose to it as well. Initially, it was almost like I thought like maple, but then it was more just like a really dark sugar.
Chad got a real good whiff.
God, yeah, my eyes are burning.
It is a little astringent. I'll agree with you at first.
Yeah, 125.
You can
not
really
bad.
feel it in your plums.
Plums.
4 years, 125. Maybe the barrel hasn't taken some of
Sure.
the cut off of there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I do get like a touch of ethanol or even rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, I could
It
see
doesn't
rubbing
just come
alcohol.
across like the nose kind of comes into the eyes a little bit.
The proof bros out there would love the nose. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Philip. Anyway, speaking of HR violations,
We are a walking HR
There's
violation.
other
It's a
news.
worse segue than the guy who founded it. So
Oh,
Other news. Other
That
recent-
joke just kills it.
Man.
Hey, if we've done it, we're allowed to criticize it.
Oh, gosh. All right. So other news. Yes. Obviously, since our last episode, big lawsuit against BBC. Who's got thoughts?
Well, first of all, I want to say whoever sent the article, I don't remember who it was.
it was Chad.
Chad.
They sent the Herald Leader article, and then it was like you got to pay.
You got
to
to
read
pay.
this.
Yeah.
So
I was able to open it. I don't know how I bypassed that.
Yeah, it didn't let me open it. I was like,
it opened for me, and then I was like, I bet that was like my one shot.
Yeah.
Because it's like 99 cents per week for.
Oh yeah,
da-da-da-da-da.
yeah. I was able to open. I was surprised because I've usually
Yeah.
bring it up and click those articles all the time. But I appreciate you sending it over to us. But I was surprised.
shocked. I was shocked to see that.
Absolutely right. I think that's kind of on Bourbon Instagram. That seems to be kind of the feeling, the thought process, the shock. Even on Facebook, some posts that I've seen.
Well, does someone want to fill in our listener
Yeah, so-
audience here? about
Yeah,
what's
good
going
point.
on?
Go ahead, lawyer.
So Bardstown Bourbon Company and their parent company Pritzker Capital.
is it? I'm not.
I think it's family related somehow, but I don't think it's
Okay,
I
that's
don't
what I
know.
was wondering because I know like the governor of Illinois' family's like a billionaire.
Yeah,
corporation,
it's
so
it is
I
part of the
wondered if they
Pritzker.
owned
I
it.
don't know that he's personally involved in Pritzker.
I feel
He
like
may be.
he is.
He
I
may
think
be.
that his
Okay.
name was specifically mentioned.
Was it?
Like the
Okay.
mob is always involved.
No, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that his name was specifically mentioned in there.
I wasn't sure about that, but yeah. So it is Pritzker Capital. So and of course they bought Bardstown Bourbon
Yeah.
Company in Green River now. What's the name of their parent? The Lofted Spirits, right? Yeah. So both of those are under that now, but it's all owned by Pritzker. So a lawsuit was filed against Pritzker, Bardstown Bourbon Company, Mark Irwin as president of Bardstown Bourbon Company. Also, I think one of the individual investors or owners of Pritzker was named personally. And man, from what that I don't remember the whole list, but Jesus, there was
Oh, God.
there was a laundry list of things. So like discrimination, sexual harassment, OSHA violations,
Underage drinking, apparently.
underage drinking. There was it was a whistleblower complaint as well. So I think it was not just a lawsuit, alleging all these things, but there was a whistleblower aspect to it as well. And this woman had worked for Bardstown Bourbon Company for 5 years or something in HR. So, my initial response, I'll just throw it out there as an attorney, reading that, I was like, oh shit. Number one, because I know Jim, her attorney, the lady's attorney that sued. I know Jim, I've known him since law school, and Jim does not take cases that he thinks he's going to lose.
Yeah.
And he's not an ambulance chaser. Jim's not advertising on billboards and on television. Jim just takes cases that Jim knows that are going to be pretty big, and he doesn't need the money either. He's been very successful at this over his career. So this is not someone that's looking for a quick money grab from a big private equity firm. Jim's very serious and very, very, very good at what he does. So, yeah, I mean, he's a great attorney. So I can't imagine he would have filed this unless there's something to it. And, you know, the fact that the story we read that summarized it, I've not read the whole complaint, but all the allegations.
I don't think most people have, even though they claim that they have.
Well, sure. Yeah, there's people out there that have, anyway.
Well, the entire lawsuit's, 157 pages?
It's a very,
So I don't trust anyone who said they've read
But, I mean, there's specific reference to certain meetings.
Oh, yeah.
Documentation, phone calls. And obviously, I mean, as HR, I mean, she can't walk away from the company with those documents, right? Because they are corporate documents.
Right.
But she can make notes about phone calls, about situations, about things.
Well, it all boils down to safety. I mean, we're talking like there's, there's a cover-up of like, an employee accident and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like you said, the OSHA violations, all those things can be, reported. And if they were reported and not taken seriously, then
That's
well, and if she knows they're there, then they're going to get them.
That's the thing, because right, and that's what I think. Just from I'm not a litigator, and I don't litigate. I've never done it, but just from a strategy perspective, he's filed the complaint. He's not going to settle this case. I'm sure there was a lot of conversation prior to this.
Oh yeah,
to get settlement, and obviously that didn't work. So he filed the complaint. At this point, he has no desire, I'm sure, to say, okay, I'll take a settlement now. He's going to make them file an answer to the complaint, which they have to do in 20 days under the law. And then after that, that's when discovery starts. So going back to this laundry list of things, this ex-employee, she knows where the receipts are, if whatever receipts are there. And again, these are all allegations, so obviously I'm not saying it's true. It's allegedly, right? But if there are receipts, she knows where they are. So in discovery, he can say, her attorney can say, please produce this document, produce this phone call, produce this transcript, produce this memo, produce all this documentation.
And I'm shocked. I'm honestly shocked they didn't settle outside of that, or unless they were just like, absolutely not, we're not settling for anything because.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I am too.
Once it gets to discovery, they're getting access to everything.
That's the thing.
Well, that's if they still have it. I mean,
Well, but it's if you have a major company and you've got an ex-employee that can tell you specifically where things were and when things existed, she may have copies. She's not supposed to.
She shouldn't have copies. No.
Correct. But I'm saying she knows they're there, and if they're not produced, that's not going to look good for them. But then they can do the depositions as well, and they can have those conversations. And that's where shit starts to fall apart really bad, because you got people on camera answering questions, and they're either going to answer them truthfully or they're going to evade them and then make themselves look pretty bad. And that potentially could become public information. And I think that's the big battle in my mind for Bardstown Bourbon Company, because they've been around for a while. They've established themselves as a great company. They're doing so much in the industry. They're helping so many new brands. And now to get something like this, I mean, it's full on damage, control right now, I think, for them, the image control and the story itself, to try to.
Oh, they're very much, please call this number, please email this person, please click this link for, to inquire about like a comment. So they're really not trying to talk anything about this at all.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I can't say I blame them. I mean, I've noticed a shift in their social media recently, kind of, I think, and that's in part to combat what's going on, this whole story. But yeah, I mean, it's bad news, if it's true. And again, it's just allegations, but the fact that the complaint was filed, it just doesn't look good.
Has there been an amount that they're suing for?
You know what? I've not read the complaint, so I don't. I think
I haven't ever seen an amount.
I don't think there was. I think it was just for damages, but also punitive damages, which courts can award, which usually are going to be some multiplier of. If you get a recovery of $1 million, I mean, the judge may say, well, we're going to 5 times that for punitive, or 3 times it, or something like that. So again, Jim doesn't play around, and Jim goes, I mean, his cases are big money cases. So he doesn't need the money, and he doesn't take a loser of a case. So obviously, just knowing Jim, in my mind, I'm like, he thinks he can win this. That's why he took it. So I guess we'll see where it ends up. But yeah, I mean, just somebody posted on Facebook, and people were saying already that they've heard NDP's other brand talking and saying, are we going to have to make a shift here? Are we going to have to distance her? I mean, so what do you guys think about? I mean,
yeah, I've talked to 2 people. His who like they're, within their business are talking about like if this is something that's going to be widespread or that is found to be widespread within like Bardstown Bourbon Company or even Green River, that they might look elsewhere for sourcing their stuff. Just because they don't want to be doing business with that.
Yeah, I get it.
Which I mean, to this guy's point, he also said we don't know that it's not happening everywhere. He's like, but
Right.
That we do know it's happening and that they're not talking about it. That means they're
Yeah.
we don't want to work
Yeah.
with that. So
Yeah, I get it. Everybody else? Bill?
I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that because like a lot of the brands, not to bring one in, but like they don't usually put where it was distilled. It's just bottled by.
Gotcha.
So like if you're an NDP
Yeah.
and you've never disclosed where your bourbon's coming from, it's not really. I mean,
could be an ethics thing though.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
But also
Yeah.
when money gets tight, if they have to start spending money, what they start doing is firing clients who aren't buying
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Or they start raising prices on the small guys.
yeah. If I'm a small guy, I'm definitely looking
Yeah.
for another source,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't like jump the gun too quick just because.
Yeah.
A lot of these big corporations, they end up, even if it's getting ready to go to trial or, they'll end up like, well, last second here, let's settle this for this much. And then it goes away.
And that my guess, just my gut feeling is that's where this is headed. The only question I really have is how far do we go along? I don't think Jim's going to make them file an answer. I don't think they're going to be able to call him up and say, okay, you filed your complaint. We take you seriously. Here's X amount. I think Jim, just as an attorney myself, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Nope, you're going to have to file that answer.
If you're willing to pay that,
we're going to move
yeah,
forward
yeah.
and do some discovery.
Yeah.
And that's when I think companies are like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Because they don't want, if there is stuff out there, again, allegations, but if things start coming out, I think right now there's been allegations. But if you start digging around, it's like going to the doctor, right? You feel good and you go to the doctor and there's 6 other things they find wrong with you, right?
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
run your blood work. So when you start doing discovery, that's like doing blood
Yeah.
work.
They get
That's when
access to all.
You start finding a lot of other shit.
They
maybe.
don't want to find out that there's 100 OSHA violations and
Correct.
40
Right.
incidents
Exactly.
of sexual
So,
assault. They don't want to find that.
So I think from a company perspective, yes, there's a huge incentive for them to like, okay, here's our answer. By the way, here's also a check for X $million or whatever, to make this stop.
Well, and
now.
for me, the lady that filed the suit, if she's like, absolutely not, I'm not settling for a dime.
Well, that's true.
It's going to trial, then there's obviously something there
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and she's like, no, I don't want the money. I want this company to,
Yeah.
suffer what they've been doing. So like it could be that.
Well,
Yeah.
and that was going to be my next point too. Is she worked there for how long?
I think at least 5. I think it was
And
5 years.
Didn't they fire her so she didn't leave on her own accord
They walked
because
her
of
out
everything?
after her, the complaint. I think the way it was read, the way they pled it was that she brought situations to Mark's attention.
And they were brushed on the rug.
And then she went to Pritzker, this guy at Pritzker, same concerns, and like the next day or whatever, she was walked out of the building and let go. And
That
was
to
it.
me would give me enough fuel to
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
really
Like,
take them for all they're worth because that's insane.
That's where your attorney comes in and tries to level that out in your mind and convince you to realize that, yes, we could go to trial, but I'm going to take 40% or more of your money.
True.
And then we're also going to have to prepare. And this is going to be strenuous because you'll have to get on the stand. You're going to have to testify. And then that's where they start trying to, damage her character. And I'm not saying they're doing it. That's just
well, they will. That's what
just,
lawyers
that's
do.
trial
yeah.
tactics. I mean, that's
Damn
not
lawyers.
that's not BBC. It's the attorneys. I mean,
Right.
that's the way it goes, right? So I think she would have a lot, maybe not to lose, but I think from a mental and a personal standpoint, it could be a heavy toll to take it to trial. So my gut feeling is we're gonna maybe see some discovery, maybe not, but I think it's gonna settle well before they go to trial. But I could be wrong, so let's check back in a few months and see.
Still wasn't the distillery I was expecting to see.
No,
pop up.
Out of all places, yeah.
Yeah, that was I think the biggest takeaway, having not researched as much as you did with Mark, which thank you for for providing really great analysis on this, and for all of our listeners.
You're
I think
welcome.
You just got pretty good insider scoop into how things work and also what's going on with this whole suit here. But when I first saw the headline, it was exactly what we were all thinking, like Bardstown Bourbon Company, like no way.
Absolutely.
Like to so many people, Bardstown's just set this gold standard.
Absolutely.
It seemed
I agree.
like they were the first distillery to do so many great things and really bring forward this distillery focused experience to everyone, and everyone held them in such high regard.
Well, so many distilleries have changed their programs because of them. Because Bardstown set the this is the new minimum you should experience.
But it wasn't just in production. I mean, I feel like they
like he's talking about
everything.
experiences, restaurants and
the
bars,
experience,
and
the quality of goods, all the companies that they work with, and just the image of Bardstown Bourbon Company in and of itself. I think was set so high. I guess they've done just a very good job of convincing the consumer who they are. But now this maybe is rolling back a little bit of the curtain.
It's a little black eye. I mean, it's a black eye. I mean, it really is,
and kind of showing what's out there. But I was not expecting to see. There are a lot of different places I would have put in that headline. Before Bardstown Bourbon Company. So very interesting. I'm curious, just like you were saying, Mark, to see where this develops.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Matt, and get analysis as well. And I think I'm curious now to see, because I mean, people are out there. Oh, it's a boys club, blah blah blah, bourbon this, bourbon that, and I'm curious to see if this is just an isolated event to Bardstown Bourbon. If it's true, it's all allegations. But does that then give somebody else at another former employee at another distillery that says, well, shit, I put up with all that stuff for X amount of years?
You know damn well that happens everywhere.
Well, I mean, I hate to say that, but
maybe not on the same exact scale or all of the things.
There are things
allegedly.
that are most likely. Yes, I would agree. That there unfortunately are things.
We've all heard stories from different distilleries about the things that go on.
Right. Yeah. So I just wonder if there's going to be copycat, lawsuits coming up, not from Jim, the attorney that I know, but from other attorneys who are like, man, this could end up being a big hit. And then you do find those attorneys that are willing to just take those cases, trying to settle fast and get some cash. Yeah. So I'm curious to see if it has an impact across the board, if other lawsuits get filed as well. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't. So Matt, you don't be shocked if we see another one over the next year, 6 months or whatever, that somebody else brings in one of those distilleries that you may think, that's not really that huge, not a big stretch, maybe not a huge surprise. Not so much as Bardstown Bourbon, because I agree that was when Chad said that story, I was like, what?
I think it's all going to depend on how this one turns out. If they end up settling and going away and it just disappears, nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
If it goes all the way, then you're probably going to see
some stuff,
some ripples across the.
Yeah. Well, guys, speaking of ripples, let's talk about what's in our glasses. I don't know why that segue made absolutely no sense. Who's tasted it recently? Matt?
I did taste it recently, and I also have since added a little bit of water to mine. So unwatered down and cast strength, 125 proof. It's hot.
Yeah.
Right away, it burns right on the tip of the tongue, brings a lot of heat. Once that settles down, I picked up a lot of corn coming through, sort of like a distillate corn. There's a sweetness in there too, kind of paired with that corn, almost tastes like a kettle corn. There's a little bit of caramel, a lot of cinnamon, a lot of heat, almost a little disjointed. The heat to me like just came across as alcohol heat, not like a spicy heat or a flavorful heat. It just was like hot. With a little bit of water in there. I think more of the cinnamon comes across. It's still quite warm, but I lose a little bit of just that alcohol burn on it. Maybe a little more cherry, a little bit more barrel comes through with it. But it's a heater, no doubt.
Yeah. All right, Stacy, you're shaking your head.
The high proof sluts would like this one. It is hot, and like Matt was saying, like ethanol hot, like because my lips were burning when I drink it without a couple drops of water.
It's just that lip fungus they ain't quite identified yet.
Listen, Cousin Eddie says it's normal. Damn it, lost my train of thought. Oh, with a couple of
big red, fuck you. That's what it tastes like.
She is spicy. I do get a little bit more like dark fruit notes on it with a couple of drops of water, but she's still pretty hot.
Yeah,
I don't mind it though. She's way spicier than what we just had though.
No doubt.
Chad, you're like I see you like rocking forward, like you're ready, man.
No, I'm just rocking. Like
no, come on, jump in.
That's
He's like, this is nothing.
It is hot, big red. Philip called out, get that 100%. I get a little bit of ginger, like a ginger spice for me. I get a touch of fruit. I don't get a lot of fruit. I also added water to like Matt did, and for me that brought out a lot of like vegetable notes, almost like squash. Like it's got this very weird like earthy root kind of thing going
water
on.
Where'd you get that water from?
That's what the fuck you got upstairs?
Hybrid spring water, the best water money can buy.
Makes your bourbon taste like vegetables. But yeah, I bought it $60. I mean, I don't love it. I don't hate it. There are other things I'd rather spend $60 on, but I'm not mad at spending $60 on it.
Yeah. So. Philip, what do you think?
I agree. I mean, the Big Red is that spice, that cinnamon spice is really prevalent. I feel like they had to probably release it at that proof.
Yeah.
If they went on and proofed it down, it wasn't going to be up to expectation.
Yeah.
If it would have aged a little bit longer, I think it would have mellowed out some of those spices. But overall, I mean, for $60, yeah, I wouldn't complain about it, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't be my number one pick.
I think, Stacey, you're talking about the high proof lovers.
Sluts.
Sluts.
I'll say it.
The bourbon, the proof bros.
Yeah, I mean, I love high proof stuff, right? But most of the high proof stuff I like to drink has, I think, more flavor.
Oh, because it's Elijah Craig.
Well, not just Elijah Craig, but I mean,
But they have more age to them too.
they have the age, and I think
Just got more backbone.
that's the kicker
Yeah.
is the lack of age on this. So.
There's just not a lot of other notes outside of the
spice,
get the
the
punch,
heat.
and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot there besides that.
But
So
I don't hate it. It's just
No,
not
no,
as
no,
well
not at all.
rounded as
Yeah.
other high proof pours.
it's like I think I'm just used to when I drink a high proof pour that I get all these other notes with it, and I think
Yeah.
that's just my palate's used. I don't mean that like, oh, well, I drink.
His palate's superior to yours.
Yeah, right. That's not what I mean. But even like Booker's, I mean, it's only 6-7 years old, so it's not like a super age-stated bourbon, but it's high proof, but you get a lot of flavor. You get a lot of things off of it. And I think, Matt, you're right. At 4 years, it's just not developed enough for me. But it's good. I'm not saying it's a bad bourbon. It's just not when I drink 125 proof, I want more out of it, I guess. Fair statement, I think. Any final thoughts, guys? We're going to wrap it up on round 2. You guys are more fun than a barrel full of monkeys tonight. Anyway, let's take
a monkey's little punch.
punch. Yeah, we'll talk about punch third round, okay? Anyway, let's take a quick break, get a word from our sponsors. We'll come back with more. We'll get a word from our sponsors. Stacey, a word.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to the kitchen table at James B. Beam Distilling Company, where every visit is a celebration of tradition and flavor. Did you know that the kitchen table is nestled right within the heart of the distillery? That's right. You can experience the essence of James B. Beam's legacy while savoring their delectable dishes. Join them every Wednesday through Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for a culinary journey like no other. Planning a special event? Let the kitchen table be your host, creating unforgettable memories for you and your guests. For more information and reservations, visit beamdistilling.com. The kitchen table at James B. Beam Distilling Company. Come as a friend, leave as family. All right, everybody, welcome back for the third and final round of the Bourbon Life Podcast. I'm your host, Mark, and with me here tonight live in the Bourbon Life Studios, otherwise known as my basement, it is Stacey.
Hey-o.
And Matt.
Hey, we have made it to the third and final round. So whatever time you're joining us, morning, noon, or night, thank you for getting your Bourbon Life fix with us.
Well said, Matt. This is the climax of the show. Welcome back.
The third round.
I hope y'all are drinking, because if you're not going to enjoy it.
If you're driving right now, you
Please don't.
pull over.
Yeah.
No. I'm going to say our first 2 rounds have actually been somewhat insightful.
Yeah, they
I thought
actually.
so.
No, yeah.
decent.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give it somewhat.
But the third,
Probably more so than usual.
look, for the third round,
Third round, we're going off the
if you're
rails.
driving, just stop at a Buc-ee's, go get a sandwich,
This is going to be worse than that derailment in Ohio.
skip the rest of the skip
This
the
is
rest
the
of the
new,
show.
the new Palestine.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter which one you're thinking of. It's going to be
It's,
better.
more destructive.
it's gonna look bad either way. All right. So, Chad, you're here, man.
I am.
Speaking of destructive.
Yeah. Happy to be here.
Destructive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Philip,
I'm always happy to be here.
we're always happy to have you. Sporting that nice pullover,
Yeah.
man. That hoodie, looking
Walmart
good.
special.
There you go.
Yeah, look like you're straight out of Star Wars in that thing.
Yeah.
Straight
Obi-Wan
out Star
Kenobi.
We figured you were going to be a few minutes late because you were stuck at Kroger picking up a brown bag special.
No, I didn't. No.
He came with a brown bag.
He did, but
Yeah,
it
that's,
didn't
that's
contain it.
something different. Yeah.
But you did
is-
bring something for this round, right?
did.
Matt,
Yes, I did.
Did you see that?
I did.
Fucking hate.
We know who needs
Awesome.
to be the host. Pat Sajak.
Yep.
Not so much.
Vanna.
Wow.
So we got the Rare
Vanna
Character
Gray.
Presents the Single Barrel Series selected by Whiskey Caviar.
Ooh.
This is a 128.62 proof, 8 year, 6 months straight rye whiskey.
And what is the barrel code on it?
It is TKO 005.
There you go. That's what the people want to know.
Total knockout.
What does that mean?
TKO, that means
I know what TKO means.
that means
but
Dana White and WWE picked this barrel.
TKOs. This is a Tennessee rye. Is that correct?
Tennessee rye, aged its entire life in Owensboro, Kentucky.
Yep, distilled in Tennessee, aged in Kentucky, aged in New Charred Oak, bottled by Rare Character.
Yeehaw.
Interesting.
And it's got a drunk fish on the bottle.
A drunk fish.
Now that's assuming that he's drunk.
You like fish sticks?
No.
Fish sticks.
But that's a sturgeon,
You like
Oh,
apples?
is that?
which is where caviar,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
beluga caviar.
I don't eat a lot of
Listen to
seafood.
the chef, man.
I'm more of a
And sturgeons are bottom feeders.
kind of guy.
Aren't sturgeons are bottom feeders, aren't they? Like,
They are.
Yeah.
They make
So-
good caviar though.
They make the best caviar.
And caviar used to be back in the day, it was a poor person food because no one wanted to eat the leftovers of the
Did
fish.
you read that on TikTok?
I did not.
Because I read the same thing about lobster.
No, I mean, most seafood used to be like
Well,
back
yeah,
way
nobody
back when.
wanted to mess with it.
No one wanted to eat shit from the water.
Yeah, because you get sick and die.
That's why seafood sucks.
It does not.
Oh my God, dude. Give me, well, I don't eat raw oysters anymore just
I do.
because of,
Yeah, I couldn't eat it. It's like sucking boogers.
But I want
Give,
to love
give it to me. I freaking
I love raw oysters.
Me too,
I mean,
with some
absolutely love 'em.
horseradish.
But the fear of catching some brain eating amoeba or some
Oh, I was
crazy
gonna
shit.
say catching.
I like it cooked.
Oh.
I can't even do sushi. It's got.
Are you serious?
Yeah, if it's California rolls, maybe with the crab meat, but I can't do.
I don't do sushi. Yeah, the only seafood I do is fish and chips, brother.
Man,
Brother.
Matt, you're the chef. Jump in here and
He can't defend it either.
I cannot defend it enough.
Dude, thank you,
I feel
Matt.
personally-
Yes. Matt's bringing out the big gloves now.
I feel
boys.
personally attacked. Your seafood is like life.
I like
Yeah.
shrimp.
Thank you. I like shrimp.
No, I mean
Shrimp.
like tilapia maybe.
My name's Bubba Gump. I like shrimp.
shrimp.
Mahalo.
Shrimp, lemon
Tilapia
shrimp.
is the seafood version of hot dog.
Yes,
Yeah.
it really
It's
is.
like the same thing.
That's not making it sound any better.
Exactly. If you're judging seafood by tilapia,
No,
yeah,
I'm,
that's
I'm
like,
saying like that is
That's what he likes.
That's as wild as I'll get. I don't want stuff to taste like the ocean smells.
Ah, yeah.
then you're eating bad seafood if you're
Yeah.
having stuff
Yeah.
that tastes like the ocean smells.
I'll
I mean,
straight
if-
up, I've never eat a piece of fish that didn't have a smell to it that smells like seafood.
Yeah,
Man.
Yeah.
I'm just not. None of that.
I mean,
excites me.
now, maybe here, like some, catfish, like at a little
Yeah.
church country boil or something, something like
Yeah.
that. But if I go to a seafood restaurant, the whole restaurant smells like it.
Which is a
so-
bad thing. If you go to a store or a restaurant and it smells like seafood, it means you're not clean.
It reminds me of an old college girlfriend, right? Anyhow,
So about that train.
yeah.
we're
Afro man
Matt,
picking us up.
Matt,
Good morning, lady.
Good morning, ladies.
were you making a point, Matt? You were saying something.
I
I'm sorry.
was just trying to defend the honor of seafood.
Yeah,
Yes.
same. I love seafood.
I agree. So that's 3-2. Sorry, guys. Seafood.
You guys suck.
Nothing about this was I cared who won or lost. I fucking hate seafood.
There's nothing.
I don't there's some I like, but not all of it. I can't.
What do you like?
My grandpa. Used to
I
say
like
that.
shrimp. I like crab.
Okay,
Like crab cakes, stuff like that. Yeah, I can do that.
but not crab by itself. Like just.
Oh
plain-
no, I'll eat crab like
Crab
in the
meat?
half shell. Yeah, I can do
Okay.
crab meat. Yeah,
So you like seafood?
some. Yeah,
You like seafood.
no, well, I don't like.
No, Philip, you like fucking seafood, all right? Just,
Do you do calamari?
Philip's
or
like, you know what?
anything like
Dolphin's pretty good.
I'll do the fried calamari.
that? Okay.
If it doesn't
you
look
do
like
eat.
the
Then
squid.
you do eat
That's seafood.
You like shellfish and
I
shit.
didn't
You
say
just don't like fish.
Yeah, and I didn't say I didn't like all seafood.
so it's 3.5 against 1,
Yeah.
Chad.
I don't care. I mean,
Sorry.
I don't eat most things. I hate pasta.
Chad grew up on the Ohio River.
Yeah.
Like
He
we
was
know
eating
what
I
shit.
wouldn't eat.
Mark-
I wouldn't eat shit out of the
Mark
Ohio.
grew up downwind of the Ohio River.
Did you know I grew up in Eastern Kentucky?
On the Big Sandy.
Right there. Actually, I was closer to the Ohio River than the Big Sandy.
Oh,
Oh.
I take that.
We were Flatwoods is almost right. It's
Mark
right
was
beside
eating-
Russell, which is right beside the river. So
He's
yeah,
got their bingo cards.
He
There you
was
go.
eating crawfish out of the creek.
I never ate it, but we used to catch it all the time.
I bet you did.
Oh,
Crawl day.
Is that how you got a sixth toe?
Yeah, you caught something all right.
anyhow, what are we drinking?
We've already talked about
We already
that.
went through that.
Yeah, what's it smell like?
What's it smell like?
Yeah,
Who
Smells like
smelled
like
it?
seafood.
Yeah. Smells like seafood.
Oyster.
Smell like bacon?
shrimp? Smells like something.
Smells like caviar.
Who smelled it? Somebody jump in and give a nose because I
haven't smelled it.
All right, Matt.
Caramel
Matt,
caviar.
Matt always saves the day.
There's a little bit more rye to this one, obviously, because it's a rye whiskey. But based on what we've had earlier, the previous 2 rounds, it's nice to get a little bit more of a rye nose. I get some herbal grassy notes coming across on this. There's some crisp green apple, almost like a touch of pine or like a forest fir type nose to it as well. Big, bold, and strong. There's definitely baking spice, some of that clove. I think Chad talked about ginger and something earlier. I don't know if maybe that's just caught on my mind, but there's almost like a whiff of ginger, like nice rooted vegetable on this one. But good rye, not overpowering, not too far in one direction. Still, there's some presence of the corn in there with some of the sweetness that mellows out some of those rye notes.
Very nice. Philip, you have anything to add to that?
The only thing I can add is it doesn't have that astringent nose that the last pour had.
Yeah, and it's higher proof.
Yeah, it's very
Do we have an age
very
statement
pleasant
on
on
this
the
one?
nose. 8 years, 6 months.
All right, so we obviously doubled the years.
Yeah.
So that's made a huge difference, I think. But distilled in Tennessee
Yeah.
Yes.
and aged in Kentucky.
She's earthy.
So was it ever aged in Tennessee at all, or just distilled and brought to
Distilled in Tennessee and then brought to Kentucky pretty much day one to Owensboro.
Distilled in 2015, is bottled in 2024. Do
Okay. I didn't want to put you on the spot, Chad, to talk about work, but
you want the mash bill?
if you got it, hang it.
70, 25, 5.
70 rye, 25 corn, 5 malt.
Thank you, Chad, for that
Experimental.
clarification. Stacy,
Stacy.
anything on the nose?
This is herbally. It's grassy. It's light. Also packs a punch on the nose, but it's not like the same like thickness as the. Just knocked his headphones off. It doesn't have the same like viscosity on the nose as the Willet
Gotcha.
to me.
Chad,
But
sorry.
I dig it. Yeah, go ahead. No, now Chad.
Yeah, no.
Are you done yet, Stacy?
Shut the hell up.
I get the ginger Matt's talking about. My headphones slid off my beanie, so I didn't hear anything Stacy said.
It's fine.
But,
Wasn't important.
Yeah, it usually isn't. I get a little bit of bubble gum on it.
HR.
It's got just that nice original generic bubblegum flavor. A little bit of blueberry, a lot of oak tobacco, leather. Matt called out baking spice, a little bit of medley of that as well.
Yeah, nothing more I can add. Matt, the apple call was great because that was like the first thing that jumped out was like that like crisp apple, green apple. I mean, definitely like that. And again, 128 proof.
Yeah, 128.6.
Yeah, I forgot the 0.6, but yeah, so higher proof than the other one, but that age really cuts down that ethanol completely, right? Touch of leather. You said leather, right? Yeah, it's funny.
Does it remind you of the?
It does not remind me of chewing on a base. Shut up, State. Did I tell you you're from Eastern Kentucky?
Hey, Glove was his friend's name.
Oh God. Anyhow,
And he exclusively wore leather laces.
man.
Mark, I agree with you with these idiots. I
mean, they
never
obviously never played
They
baseball,
never
right?
played baseball.
I
get
did.
it.
I played softball because I'm a woman.
Why is that not a shock?
And she was standing out there in the outfield going, swatting at the
not
fly.
true.
No, that's not true. She was sitting in the dugout, not doing shit.
I was center field. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I bet you were. You were catcher.
That was you.
Anyhow, guys, I like this. Yeah, I like the nose. But we don't have a topic, man. What else
Talk about your foosball habits.
what's going
I was waiting for that.
Mark, you been playing any pickleball lately?
No pickleball. I did not play pickleball. But I did play foosball. I used to play foosball with Jim.
I bet you did.
That lady's attorney in law school. Yeah, we had a foosball table in the basement at the law school.
You and
Did y'all
basements,
pitch
huh?
horseshoes and shit too?
No, we had a ping pong table.
Who was ping and who was pong?
We were pretty serious about ping pong.
Pitch intense.
See, I knew
It was a camp. It was a camp out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom, we're just going to the tent.
guys. We're gonna have to call in HR. We're going back to round 2. Okay?
Listen,
Hey, I know a good lawyer.
I know a good lawyer, not me, my friend,
what about Punch, man?
but not me. Punch the monkey, man.
The world sensation.
Matt's not on social media, so he's like,
I feel like I'm out of the loop on this too. I don't know.
are you really, Philip?
Oh.
Is it? Are you talking about the monkey that drags the little?
Yes,
Okay,
Punch.
I did see that. Video on the
Okay,
news.
everybody
Yeah.
has seen Punch, right?
Guys, I don't like monkeys.
I didn't see that on social media, but
They freak me out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dead serious. I don't like them.
Why? Like from childhood, or just like a recently
I've
developed
just
phobia?
I've never liked them. They just have always freaked me out.
Because they look like little people, like hairy little
and I don't
people.
like it how their little
The fingers. Yeah.
watch the new movie that just came out, Primate. Watch that one. No, go watch it. It's good. It's good.
Stacey, we've got bad news for you about monkeys.
Behind door number 3.
They just have always freaked me out. I don't like them at all.
Well, Punch hates you too, so.
Is that
I have seen him carrying around his little stuffed. That's cute.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
So he's found an adopted mother.
I was going
or
to
at
say,
least a friend.
why is this a thing?
It was abandoned. IKEA Japan,
It's Japan, right?
donated some stuffed animals to the monkeys, and Punch had the monkey when he was like 6 days old, and so he just grew up with that as like his comfort thing.
Yeah.
And all the big monkeys in the whatever you call that were like slinging his ass around, like throwing him.
Oh
and
yeah,
beating him up.
they were beating him up, and like because his mother like abandoned him.
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah.
So now he had the monkey, he had the little stuffed animal or the orangutan or whatever, and then now he's found a like adoptive mother, and he's got like a little security guard monkey who also protects whenever other monkeys try to pick on him.
Yeah.
And fights for him.
It's
so.
a cute story on
It is cute.
social media. I
All
even
right,
made a
fine, I'll
meme
look
about
it
it.
up.
Did you guys like my meme?
I did like your meme.
like that meme?
Yeah, I was going to steal it and put my watermark on it.
I noticed a couple of people stole that little meme that I made. So it was just Punch, and it said me, and it showed his little stuffed monkey. It said Bourbon, and it was hugging up on Bourbon. Ha ha ha! Get it? Yeah. So anyway,
Stacey doesn't. She doesn't have a sense of humor.
she doesn't. I
We
think it's
actually
her.
all have real lives. We don't look on.
Yeah, I was going to say I was too busy today to look at social media and scroll about.
This was over the
freaking
weekend.
videos. Shut up.
Honestly.
I also had plans this weekend.
Okay, well,
did
if y'all
your shit
didn't
this
realize, I was getting a damn beer bath Saturday, so I didn't see.
Hey,
Let's talk about your
what?
Treaty Oak revival,
beer
right?
bath.
Oh, yeah.
let's talk about dudes pouring beer down your ass crack.
They weren't pouring it down my ass crack. They were throwing it
They
from
were
the top
throwing
of
over
a
your head.
arena
Bonging
and
Bonging it. Yeah. Butt bongs.
It was the Olympics luge, right? Yeah, the beer luge.
So for all of you faithful listeners out there, if you plan to go see Treaty Oak Revival, be prepared to
What
get
kind of music
soaked
is
with
this?
beer.
Yeah, I don't listen. I've not listened to them. Is it like
What is it, like outlaw
Americana?
country?
Yeah,
God.
it's not like I
like
wouldn't-
outlaw
I wouldn't
country.
really
I don't-
say outlaw. It's more like
Folky outlaw country?
Folk country.
folk rock country.
So it's
Yeah.
just like modern day country. That's not country.
No, no,
It's not on
they're-
the radio.
they're-
Yeah,
they're
it's not.
diff-
You'd
they're
have to hear it
different.
on like
We'll play a
Spotify or
song.
But
something.
the crowd, I mean, because that next morning, Philip, no shit, because you said you're going to the concert, and
Yeah.
that next morning I was on TikTok, and like every other video from all these people was that concert, and it looked packed.
Oh, it was sold out. So okay, so
Crazy.
I got a little worried when the opener was playing, and the guy was like, "Next up's Treaty Oak Revival," and I just want to let y'all know they're the only band I've ever seen make it rain indoors, and some of y'all are going to get wet. And I looked at my wife and I was like, "The fuck's he talking about?"
Oh, so you didn't know?
No, I had no clue.
Go
So then-
showers.
They're playing, and then like a couple songs
Kelly.
in, like a couple beers start flying.
Yeah.
Which it's a concert, stuff like that happens.
Right.
And then the singer's like, "All right, y'all ready to make it rain in here?" or
Boomtown.
something to that
Is
effect.
it Boomtown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's sober, so he's not even drinking. He like takes a water and like starts slinging it, and then it just starts fucking raining beer from the upper deck.
Oh, I saw
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the floor, I mean,
And the whole entire song. By the end of that song, the whole entire stage is covered in beer cups.
That sounds stupid. Why would I waste $18 on a beer?
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, there was $10,000 worth of
Oh,
beer.
absolutely.
Beer in
That's-
that song.
yeah, the venues love it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, you're throwing beer
Repeat
everywhere.
buyers.
They had all of the employees working on the floor in ponchos, with mops, and they were just walking around sweeping up the beer. It was the most insane thing I've ever been a part of.
I had no idea when you said, because you said you're going, and I'd never heard of the band. But then I saw the videos the day after
Yeah,
the concert.
I
and was
wasn't
like,
prepared for
"Oh,
that.
Philip,
Yeah.
oh shit, dude."
Yeah, so I wasn't prepared for that.
like,
so
how'd you
I had
fare with that?
beer dripping down the back of my head, down my back.
So you're just praying you don't get pulled over.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then that's one thing I do need to bring up, a beef with the parking at Rep Arena.
Yeah,
So we're parked in the parking lot right across the street.
yeah.
We leave 2 songs early because I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I smell like beer.
smell like beer.
Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
we go to pull out. They start directing me this way. I follow where they direct me. I pull up to the stoplight, and then the Lexington police block the road. And then we have to wait for every single fucker to walk out of that arena.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Yeah. So I have a beef with
They
the
could smell
Lexington.
you coming, though.
You shouldn't have left early. That's what you
They're
get.
letting you
That's
sober
what you
up.
get.
No,
That's
I
what you
needed
get
to
for
leave
leaving
early.
a concert early,
Okay.
man. I'm just saying.
All those people that were throwing those beers,
They're
they
fighting.
didn't even realize that they had spent,
Yeah.
$500 on beer that night. They were fucking hammered. I was like, I'm getting out of here.
And then they were fighting too. I saw a lot of
oh,
videos.
yeah.
Oh, they were
sure.
fighting?
I believe it
I
because
saw a lot of videos of guys fighting.
There was a
I
few-
threw more beer than you did. No,
there
you
was a
didn't.
few times that I was like, if one of these guys around me, because I was watching them throw the beers, I was like, if they turn around and hit me with that beer, somebody's getting ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that
So
that
it
probably
happened.
And then
yeah,
we'd
yeah.
have to call
Yeah,
Philip's
I'd-
lawyer.
call your attorney.
I would have been calling Mark Ruckards and Mark.
Come get me.
I'd be like, hey, Philip, let me find you a good attorney, okay? Because I definitely
What was the
am
name of
not
that guy you
person.
saw on Netflix?
Mark
Who's that guy
wants
in the movie?
30% of his 40%.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to owe me another percentage
so
of
it was insane. So if anybody ever plans to go see them, bring a poncho.
Bring
I
a poncho.
didn't realize that their concerts got like that.
I didn't either.
So it's like, did you guys ever go see the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're not that old.
Whatever,
Well,
man.
and we're not gay, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Wow, dude. You know what?
I mean, I do love theater, but
Yeah, so there's a rain scene and everybody brings squirt guns or whatever, and
Yeah.
so people would bring newspaper back when newspapers were actually a thing, or ponchos, but that's like on steroids,
Yeah.
like a
So
million.
my wife went to London last August to see Oasis for their reunion tour.
Yeah,
And they were throwing beer.
really.
Why? I don't want anyone
Okay.
to throw
Yeah,
any
no.
beer.
Over there, beers are like $3. So it's not a big deal.
still, I don't want to throw my alcohol.
But from the Oasis show in London, where they're like, that's their hometown, they're used to that. She said this is the craziest thing she's ever seen in her life.
Isn't that funny?
At
Well, yeah,
Arena.
there's a bunch of fucking rednecks in there. throwing
Hey, now.
beer. little bit different than some guys with big teeth throwing beer.
and bad haircuts.
Bad haircuts. Oh, guys. Hey, let's talk about this whiskey since we're getting close to the end of the show and people are thinking, thank you, God, for that. But anyway,
Hey, we're giving out valuable
out-
information here. We could save somebody's life.
I think we just cost the Treaty Oak Revival some concert
Hey,
tickets.
boys, just pack a poncho. Pack
nobody's
a
going to pay you to
poncho.
go see Treaty Oak anymore.
I
so-
would.
They might.
So,
Hell, they
screw it.
might be like, hey, I want to go into
I want to
beer
get a
fight.
golden
Yeah.
shower. At
I
that
mean, I
show,
don't
right?
want to get showered with beer, but I do love
That's
beer.
not what I
yeah.
heard. That's not what I heard.
They're worth it to go see. I will say that.
Okay.
It's only one song when it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'll
but then you have the rest
conveniently
of the
go to the
songs where you're
bathroom
Yeah.
during that
yeah, the
song.
problem is they play it like in the middle of their set.
Ah.
So,
Right. So you're soaked. Your beer soaked for the rest of the
Yes.
show.
So that's why. Yeah.
Yeah. That would not be. That happened to me at Barry Manilow.
Go see him at a
concert. I mean, it
festival.
was crazy. Everybody started going, go see him at a festival. That was a joke.
I
Barry
know.
Manilow beer. Yeah. Anyway, no. Anyway, let's talk about the whiskey. Who's got the palate and finish?
Tastes like rye whiskey.
Tastes like what? Rye whiskey. Philip with the insightful review. Matt's like, man, I'm ready to go home.
I had to go to work today. Are you kidding? I'm tired.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Matt. The rest of us went to work too, just in case
I
you
know.
weren't there. But anyway, what do you get on the palate?
Palate, it's grassy. It leads more of an herbal type rye right up front to me, especially. A little bit of the fruit flavor comes through. That higher corn content definitely makes it drink a little bit more bourbon style than rye. It's not as big and spicy. It's mellowed out a little bit by that corn. There's good sweetness. Again, I'm picking up like a fried dough or a turnover pie crust kind of flavor with it, but nice and warm. I think where we didn't get the heat of 128 proof on the nose definitely comes through on the palate.
Yeah, on the palate, for
It's
sure.
not, not burning you up, and it's certainly not the ethanol heat. It has the heat that it should have.
Yeah.
For the proof, it's not. It doesn't drink disjointed.
Stacey, what about you? Because you've had it high proof, and I saw you proofing it down there. So
I did. I like it with a drop of water added to it.
Okay.
I think it opens it up a lot more. I get more of those like desserty notes that Matt was just describing. I shaved mine today because I didn't want to upstage you. Asshole. It does have some herbal notes still to it, but I picked up a lot more of like the herbal tea-ish notes on the nose versus the palate. But I think that this is really good.
yeah, Philip, anything?
No, I agree with both of them. It does have the grassy, earthy, and the tea. I really get that. I do get a bit of a cherry on it, but I disagree with Matt that I think it tastes like drinks more like a bourbon. I think it is like a good quintessential rye.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it with the drops of water. I think
It's very good.
It brings out a lot of those wood sugars.
it really does. It makes it a lot sweeter.
Yeah.
You still get a little bit of that punch from the proof. You still get that rye spice, but man, it just turns sweet like all of a sudden with like 4 or 5 drops of water in it.
That's really good with some water in it.
Chad, what else, man? I mean, this is kind of your.
I mean, it's a single barrel, and everyone's got their own palate. I get some of that fried dough like Matt was talking about. I called out blueberry on the nose. I get a little bit of like a blueberry turnover, powdered sugar. I think it's in between what Philip, these barrels especially, some of them kind of swing more rye heavy, but I think it's kind of in between what Matt and Philip said. Usually with these, for me, it's kind of like almost like a high rye bourbon or a low rye, which is, but it's 70% rye. So I think it lends really well for people who aren't used to rye whiskey. There's no like dill. Some of the barrels have a little minty punch to them, but no dill. It falls in like the earthiness is more of that tea, grassy kind of note. So, I think that's pretty much it for this. I mean, I think you guys nailed it as far as profile goes.
I was going to say, I don't have anything else to add, but I did like it with a few drops of water, proof down a touch. It just made it so the sweetness was like, wow. But then that bubble gum sticks out to me on the nose too.
Yeah.
And then the palate's like a super sweet. But this is like a super bubble gum when you're a little kid.
Pink wax.
Love it. A pink wax. Oh, okay. Now I'm with you.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been an exciting third round.
Has it?
I hope our listeners
It's
feel
more
the same
on
way.
par with what we normally do. I
We
think we
kept
got
it together, guys, for 2 rounds.
That's why we had to
did.
dumb it down.
yeah.
Like
right.
the first 2 rounds.
We had to bring it down to our level.
Yes.
Well, I think the listeners are always like, what are they talking about when the cameras aren't on?
You have to pay
You got to
extra for
taste.
that.
You just got to taste.
Yeah, the third round.
That's gonna be on tongue finder. What is it?
Yeah, tonguefinder.com.
Why did you get so close to the mic?
Because he wanted to.
He didn't want nobody to see his tongue. You got to pay for that.
Yeah, you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Tongue finder.
Costs money.
So the unedited outtakes will be on tonguefinder.
That's right.
Tonguefinder.com. Coming soon to a website near you.
$20 a month.
Wow. Anyhow,
Damn.
guys, all right. Let's wrap it up before it gets any worse.
Yeah, no doubt.
Too late. Any final thoughts, Philip?
We got to definitely do this again in March. That's my
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Stacy, what about you?
It's good to be back. I had to miss the last one.
Oh, you did? I didn't even notice.
Anyway, it's really good to be back.
Good to have you back.
It is good to have you
you.
back, Stacy. Thank you.
Can't say Taco Tuesday today because it's Monday.
It's Monday, I know, right? So Monday doesn't.
Meatless Monday because I'm sitting with you, a bunch of pansies.
Damn. Dropping the heavy shit at the end of the show.
She knows that HR's listening. We can't clap back.
Oh, wait. Man.
We can't clap back at that one.
Damn.
You can.
Chad,
I'll
any
write you
final-
a script for it.
No, I'll get canceled if I say what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
I
Any
can't wait for
final
the
thoughts
cameras.
other than what you really want to say, Chad?
No. I'm happy to be here tonight. I had fun. I preferred it last time, though.
You would.
Yeah. Matt, what about you, man?
Oh, it's good to have a full table again.
Yeah.
To our listeners, thanks for stopping by with us.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
If you made it to the third.
Our first 2 rounds were actually pretty good. So,
Mark,
sound
one
like
thing
a
I
real
did want to
podcast.
ask.
yeah.
Are we going video on Spotify now?
Oh, I don't know.
Because there's a lot of podcasts that are video on Spotify now.
I didn't realize that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think Apple is going the same way. Apple Podcasts are going video.
Yeah.
So, all right. Hey, we might be able to monetize that shit.
There you go, man. Throw some video
No, I can't
out
tell
there.
people to go on YouTube. That just seems so like 2000s.
Just seems so 2023, Mark.
There's a lot of podcasts on YouTube.
Go on Tongue Finder.
Yeah.
Go on tonguefinder.com.
Let's just
You should ask
promote
them
the
for a
shit out of it.
partnership.
I know the
Anyway.
owner. Hey, we should.
Yeah.
We should
Matt was saying something so eloquent. Or did you already finish?
I finished. Wasn't that eloquent?
Anyway, Mark, you
Yeah.
want to take us out of here?
Yeah,
Yes.
close it down, please.
Thank you guys for tuning in for at least the first 2 rounds. Sorry about the third round, but hey, we had a good time here tonight. We always do when it's the crew. So thank you guys for coming out and hanging out. I appreciate that. Thanks for bringing the pours too. I didn't have to tap into anything. that I've got laying around here, but thank you guys for doing that. So it's always fun. 4/5 of us had kind of a crappy day. So it was nice to get to hang out and have a good time together. So appreciate that. And we appreciate you, our listeners, also our sponsors. Thank you guys for everything you do for us. If you want to join us on Instagram and Facebook, do that. We're at the Bourbon Life. You can join our private Facebook group, the Bourbon Lifers. We'd love to have you in there. Don't forget to check out our good friend Mike, Big Chief, doing the whiskey trip. That's on our umbrella as well. So you can check him out every Tuesday with his new episodes. Actually, that'll be tomorrow, right? Yeah. Okay. So check him out. Also, you can give him a like and a follow on Facebook and Instagram at The Whiskey Trip. And I guess with that said, I'm going to wrap it up. Send us home with our tagline, which is, may your glasses always be full. May you keep on living the bourbon life.
Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of the Bourbon Life Podcast. Our mission at the Bourbon Life is simple: to share our passion for all things bourbon with you every week. And we'd really love to hear your thoughts on how we're doing. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at The Bourbon Life. You can also contact us by email at thebourbonlife@gmail.com. And you can always find us on your favorite podcast platform. If you have a moment, we'd love it if you would rate us and give us a review. So until next week, we hope your glass is always full and that you keep on living the bourbon life.